We're going to do a little check-in today, and it's not all about real estate, although it is going to be about office space. So I'm still working on my office space. It's not quite done yet, but I was checking out all kinds of things on Pinterest and, different cool looking offices, because obviously everybody's now, well, those that can are working from home, and I'm one of those that are working from home. So I checked out this book called The Smarter Home Office. Linda Verone is the author, and it's pretty cool. So I've got the top 10 things that I'm going to share with you on how to make your office super productive and make you want to be there, and some of the things not to do, which is very common for us to do. So, in real estate, it's all about staging and making a house look inviting. Maybe that's not the strategy so much with an office. I think it's really important to set up your office to be more functional than staged. So that's my first suggestion. Number 1, use Pinterest wisely. Have a look at all the photographs that are out there in the cool looking office spaces, but keep in mind that a cutesy little antique desk may not actually be very comfortable, and it may not hold a lot of your stuff. Vintage stuff is nice, bright colors are really nice, but do you really want to look at a, fire engine red wall all day? Maybe you're not that kind of person. I like color. As you can see, I like to cheer myself up, but I'm not sure if I would want to have a red or orange wall. So, too much stimulation can throw off productivity. So don't overstimulate with your surroundings. Number 2, follow the ergonomic rules. When I'm working at my desk, the rule of thumb is that the top of your computer screen should be at eye level. In fact, as you scan through your screen, your eyes should close, not completely, but whereas you might fall asleep, but they should close a little bit. So the reason for that is to put less strain on your eyes and keep them in a relaxed state, especially if you're working a lot of hours. Keyboard, you should have your keyboard so that your forearms are parallel to the floor. So you don't want them elevated, you don't want them dropped, you don't want them against the desk. So make sure that your keyboard's positioned in that way. Great if you're working on a laptop, obviously your keyboard is built in, so you're a little limited, but if you can get a separate keyboard for that, it might be beneficial if you're sitting at a desk. Both feet firmly on the floor, or if you're short, on a box or whatever it is, but they should be level and on the floor. And you know what? Splurge and get yourself a good chair. There's lots of cute looking chairs, but maybe they're not comfortable. Remember, we want to make sure that it's functional over beautiful. Functional first, beautiful second. Okay, number 3, embrace natural light. So our first instinct is to think that a desk is kind of boring, and you might want to stick it in the corner of the darkest room in your house with the biggest wall. And that will remind you of a cubicle, that is in a corporate office. And why would you want it to be like that? Now, I don't want you to be completely distracted by the outdoors, but put your desk near a window if you have one in your room, at least beside the window, so that when you take a break from your computer screen, you can look over and take a look out the window. Mine is actually to the right, and so I can just kind of detach from what I'm doing and have a look, and it's not going to completely distract me. Okay, so light. You want natural light, but if you are working into the evening and you can't rely on the sunlight, or if you don't have a window in your room, then you need to set up lamps. Nice soft lighting, and enough of it so that you're not going to be straining to try to see things and only relying on the computer screen light. It's not good for your eyes. You can actually purchase special glasses, and not prescription glasses or reading glasses, but actually for protecting you from the light from your screen if you spend a lot of time on your computer. Okay, so lamps, super important. Number 5, get creative with storage. So I'm in a spare room, so there's a closet. Most people, if they're in a spare room, there's going to be a closet. I actually am going to put in some shelving, because I'm more of if I see it in front of me, I will do it. If I put it away, it'll get forgotten. So it depends what kind of person you are. If you are a put it away and forget about it person, maybe you want to have some open shelving in front of you like I'm going to have. So create storage that works. Again, functionality over appearance. I mean, of course, you don't want it to look ugly. Maybe get some nice baskets. You can make things look cute. You can label them, but at least then you can have access to your stuff. And if you're going to do it in the closet, make it really work. I mean, don't just shove it in the closet. Like, make some cool shelves, bling it out, have some, cool baskets. It doesn't have to look like an ugly closet. Okay, so number six, create a comfy space in the room. So actually behind me, and I don't know if you can see, but behind me there's a chair. Oh, maybe I won't do that. There's a chair behind me with a little ottoman, and I will stop what I'm doing and just go sit in that chair for a little while if I want to think, or if I'm really frustrated, or if I just need a break or a nap or whatever. So make an extra space in your office so that you can kind of just like move away from your work for a few minutes. So that's number 6. Number 7, greenery. I tend to kill plants actually, but I do have some flowers in my office and on my desk because, those kind of things and green things always make you happy. Color makes you happy. Right now we need all the happiness that we can have. So I am choosing to have flowers. But if you want to have a plant that doesn't require a lot of watering, maybe you go, maybe when you do go out of town to travel, when you're able to, or if you're out and about, you don't have to worry about watering it all the time. That's probably what I would do. I would probably forget anyway. It's better than fish. Fish have to be fed, so at least with a plant, it doesn't require as much maintenance. And number 8, personalize. Personalize thoughtfully. So this is kind of fun. I'm actually at that stage right now in my office where I'm going to be putting up, I've already got some personal photos, your kids' photos, good memories that you had, funny things, you want to be able to stop and laugh at yourself or something during the day. So maybe a cartoon that reminds you of something. I used to actually have on the ceiling of my office a sign that said, if you can see this, you're not working. Because obviously if I'm leaning back staring at the ceiling, I'm definitely not working. So I stuck that on my ceiling once. Inspirational quotes, reminding yourself, that you're doing a great job. One more, if you're a salesperson, sometimes, if you're making those calls and people are mean to you, it's hard to just make that one more call. So you can have little quotes and things that are going to motivate you to keep going. Okay, number 9, hide things that you don't want to look at. I don't like the way that printers look. Right now I'm shopping for a new printer, but I don't like the way they look. I want to stick it somewhere where I don't have to see it. But you definitely want to make sure that you buy one if you're going to buy one. That's a good one. So that you don't have to run to, FedEx or the print shop or wherever you go to print stuff to, make sure that it has function, scans, fax we don't use so much nowadays, but still fax, scan, and print in decent quality. It doesn't have to be like top end where you're going to be, a printing office. But you could definitely at least rely on it and not have to stop what you're doing to go somewhere else. So that's number 9. Number 10, don't run out of stuff. I love a trip to Staples or Office Depot or whatever it is. Any kind of office supply. I like looking at all the little gadgets, little stickies, sign here, Post-it notes, pens, pencils, all that stuff. Stock up. You don't want to run out of those kind of things. There's nothing worse than like getting halfway through a project and realizing that you've run out of staples and you have to stop and go to the store to replenish it. So stock up, make sure you've got everything you need. If you've got room for a coffee maker, a little refrigerator, but don't put your lunch in there because honestly, you want to stop working and you don't want to sit and eat your lunch. I actually did have a little fridge in my office and then I wouldn't move. I would just go from, this part of my desk to the next part. But today I actually went out, had my lunch on the grass, and you have to honor yourself. Remember, what are you working for? So those are the top 10 ways to get your home office the most productive for you and beautiful at the same time. Okay, bye everybody. you.